You know, when you decide to try something new, sometimes you just need the littlest win to give you the confidence and the kick in the keister to really keep going at what you're trying to do. Especially when that something is seed start. For some odd reason, starting things from seed, at least for me, seemed very daunting. I couldn't do it. That's something way off the table. I could never do that. That's why in this video, I want to share with you my top 3 favorite flowers to start from seed. Now, these are my top 3 because one, very easy to grow, very beginner friendly. You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need specific types of environments for these flowers to grow. They're just simple. Put the seed in the ground, water them, they grow. Number 2, these seeds are so easy to find. I found all of these seeds at my local, I got all these at Lowe's. In the back where they've got the seeds, all 3 of these can be so easily found. Sometimes when you're starting something new, you want to be able to obtain, the thing rather easily. You don't want to have to go to a specific type of store that you've never been to. You're already doing something new. The anxiety is already there. You want to have some sort of familiarity. You know what I'm trying to say. You don't want to have to do something else that you're not familiar with doing. And last but not least, this way of gardening is cheap. If you go to the store right now and try to buy, well, obviously if you go to the store right now, you're not going to find many flowers because it's winter. But if you decide to do a garden and want to do some flowers, a 6-pack of flowers can run you anywhere from $4 to, the sky is the limit. When you're doing seeds, the seed packet, I mean, they usually run somewhere between $2 and $4 depending on what you're planting. And each packet has 50 to hundreds of seeds in them. And when you have something as easy to germinate and grow like marigold or any of the other plants that we're going to talk about today, the value is insane. So that alone should be a reason for you to try growing things from seed. So coming in at number 3, I want to talk to you about the marigold. Now, marigolds, for some reason, I feel like have a little bit of a stigma attached to them. They're kind of like, those flowers that everybody kind of has them. They put them in the ground. They die after a little while. But let me tell you something. Last year, for the first time, I grew the variety Crackerjack. And for one thing, like I said, super, super easy to grow. The seeds are giant, so if you want to get the kiddos involved, this is a great plant to try to get them involved with because the seeds are really large and they can easily put them in the soil. They germinate super quickly. These marigolds got huge. I'm talking like 3.5, 4. I think I even had one plant that grew to 5 feet tall, and they were always loaded with pollinators, butterflies, hummingbirds, you name it. So yeah, marigolds are number 3 flower. Number 2, cosmos. Now with cosmos, not only are they easy to germinate, but they are stunning, in my opinion, of course. And they have a lot of varieties out. Colors, shapes, heights. I mean, how densely packed the flowers are. So in comparison to marigolds are great, but at least I haven't found anything other than like a red, orange, yellow variety. I think there is a white variety. They are beautiful, and when they grow, the ones I grew last year are very tall, and they just kind of sway in the wind. When I released my monarch butterflies last year, the cosmos were the first plant that they landed on, and I watched them for hours, and it's just so magical to watch the butterflies and the hummingbirds and all the pollinators land on all these beautiful large flowers that are just kind of swaying in the wind. So cosmos, you definitely need to try them. And number 1, something near and dear to my heart, the zinnia. Zinnias are the cream of the crop. There are so many different varieties of zinnias, and I think that's really what makes them kind of the number 1 in my book. Variety of colors, the variety of shape, anything that you need, pretty much zinnia has to offer. You want a cut flower? Zinnia. Something for pollinators? Zinnia. Something easy to grow and do with your kids? Zinnia. Heck, you want ground cover? Zinnia. There are so many different types of zinnia out. I will show you the few that I grew last year for the first time. And for this video, I hope I give you some inspiration and a little bit of confidence to go ahead and try some cut flowers or any type of flowers from seed this year. It really, really isn't that bad. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.